Yo, how's it going, YouTube? Chuck Hacks here, and I'm joined here by Dorgon.
I guess.
Yep. And today we have the very fun setup walls. Yay!
Um, yeah, set up walls like regular walls, except they last longer.
Yeah, but they take like one or two or sometimes three turns to actually get like super tanky. All right, right here we have Shinotobe Y, because Shinotobe X was taken.
Wonder why
Um,
who?
yeah, so the what this set would be trying to accomplish is getting tanky through the calm mind. The calm mind gives you increased special attack and special defense. So typically you'll want to run max HP and max physical defense, and then your calm mind will bring up your special defense. So this will also increase your damage, but it makes you almost unkillable. That combined with your rest to give you that quick burst health up if you ever need it. It's actually pretty good. As you see, Adam has OCD where he likes 31s.
Yeah.
And you also have toxic, just in case for some reason they're like water absorb or something. Toxic, since you're setting up tank, you'll be able to just whittle them down while they just die.
Yeah, and then again, since Calm Mind is boosting your special defense, you generally want to run max defense on this set.
Yep.
Generally.
Since you don't have a way of raising your defense, you just compensate with your EVs.
And then, of course, if Scald gets a burn, then you're fine anyway.
Yep.
Next, alright, so now we have the complete special side, so now we're going to go to the complete physical side. You have Chestnut here. I personally like Chestnut. Bulk up, like, whereas Calm Mind is boosting your special attack and your special defense, Bulk up is boosting your attack and your defense. Synthesis is your main form of recovery on Chestnut.
Until you get set up.
Yeah, and then bulk up since you're raising your attack. Drain Punch is doing more damage, which means you're getting more HP back from your Drain Punch.
And you also have Seed Bomb for coverage.
C-Bomb, recovered, stab, all kinds of good. Um, don't really have an EV spread set up for this.
You probably would want to go max HP and then either max special defense or invest some into your attack. I would advise at least having some special defense. You don't really need to max it out, but
I don't know.
as much bulk as you can get, since your EVs and your defense and attack will be multiplicative based off of how stat things work.
Yeah,
Putting your nature into that stat might actually be the best for you, or putting a few straight EVs into it because you'll get a bigger return after you start setting up. But having a high special defense uh, kind of going to be necessary unless you have a way of getting rid of their special attackers, or if they are not affecting you because some things like Gengar won't really be able to hit you because you have bulletproof.
yeah. Bulletproof, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Bullet Seed. Pretty nice.
Yep.
Alright.
And pretty similarly, Snorlax, he uses Curse, which, if you're not a ghost type, it raises your attack and defense and lowers your speed.
Yeah, so
So it's basically a bulk up, but that lowers your speed.
Rest, that's your form of HP recovery. Uh, Body Slam, that's your stab damage, and Earthquake is your coverage because you cannot hit steel types.
Yeah. Only thing that might be a problem is the Skarmory, but
You have other Pokemon for that.
yeah, Skarmory is kind of meant to like stop you and to use Roar or Whirlwind. So if you're against one, you probably don't want to be trying to set up anyways. There's not much different the nice thing about curse is that it makes it so you go last in almost every situation. So you'll be able to take the hit and then get your rest off. But other than that, it's not that much different from bulk up.
Yeah. Um, Next, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yep. What? What are we doing? All right.
Um,
So stockpile. It's a pretty amazing move. You can use it 3 times, and it increases your defense and special defense by 1 stage each time.
the only problem with stockpile again is you only get 3 uses out of it, so you're only getting +3 in both stats. But for the most
Most of
part,
the,
you don't need
yeah,
too
most of the
much
time,
more.
that's all you'll need because most of the things that use it are pretty tanky in the first place. On flag starter, you got unaware, so if they set up, you really don't feel it. The only thing that's really gonna like put you into danger is something like energy ball, solar beam, anything grass. Other than that, you're usually pretty good. Um, what you have to watch out for is status, since you don't have rest like the Sweet Coon and the Snorlax did. So status will be able to kill you. A toxic will shut you down almost entirely.
Yeah, toxic will get you down pretty quickly, and then burn can
And
get
then
you once you run out of recovers. So
yeah, and a crit super effective could hurt you a lot since you have no way of defending against crits.
yeah, sadly.
Um, I was about to say water absorb. It's all right, but most of the time unaware is going to be better just because you won't get stopped by setup sweepers. Then
Yeah,
you'll have time to set up. Like if a Volcarona is setting up and they don't have Giga Drain, then you should be able to stop them and set up on them.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's something you got to play around with and judge your opponent's team first. So,
Yep.
okay, so you got stockpile, which boosts the defense and special defense at the same time. Alternatively, amnesia and iron defense raise them separately.
Yep. It gives you +2. It, each of them give you +2 in their respective thing. Iron defense giving you defense, and amnesia giving you special defense.
The only real benefit to running these over anything else is you can get +6 in your defenses, and whereas stockpile, you're going +1 on a turn, you can go +2, which can help you live another hit.
Yep. Um, Another thing to note: barrier is a move too, and it is basically iron defense.
Yeah, barriers, yeah, it's iron defense, but some Pokemon don't get
Psychic.
iron
It's
defense, so
psychic type.
yeah,
That's the only difference.
only difference in the name.
Um, so as you can see in this set, we have rest just to make it so say they burn us, we have something to counteract that. Good thing about Registeel is you can't get toxic, so you don't really have to worry about that at all.
Yeah.
But you don't really have any damage, so most of the time you'll see this set either running toxic instead of Iron Head, or it won't run rest.
um, Another thing to keep in mind if you are afraid for some reason of burn taking down your attack damage, you can run flash cannon. Registeel's attack and special attack are the exact same, so it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, and they both do the same base power. So it's up to preference.
Yeah.
And
Um,
now, since we went over how Amnesia and Iron Defense are debatably better than Stockpile, here's something that's probably the best move in the game, but not many things get it.
um,
For at least for setup tanks.
yeah. What Cosmic Power does is it acts exactly like Stockpile, except you can get a +6 on it.
hmm The
And
down, the thing that the Game Freak meant for Stockpile to be better on is that Stockpile has a couple moves spit up, swallow, stuff like that that you get on the same level as stockpile, but nobody ever uses them because they get rid of your defense buffs.
Yeah.
So cosmic power is usually better.
Yeah, but like you said, very few Pokemon get it. Clefable, Sigilyph, Swoobat. Anything else besides that? Starmie gets it.
Espeon.
Espeon.
Basically only psychic types and a couple fairies.
Kind of
Um
sad, but
yeah, sucks. Most of them are frail besides Clefable, but again, you set up into your tanky stats. So you can use this to get yourself to +6/+6. And on Clefable, you actually have three pretty good abilities that can be used for tanking. Unaware, if they set up on you, they're just wasting their time, but you're vulnerable to status. That's why you might need aromatherapy on this set. If they have, if you have magic card, then status doesn't do anything to you, like besides Stutter Wave.
yeah.
Uh, but then you, they can try and set up and outpace you, which could happen if they have like Tail Glow or Sword Stance, Nasty Plot.
yeah.
You're also very vulnerable to crits too.
Yeah,
If
crits
you
can
have
hurt you pretty
magic
bad.
card, unaware, you're you're not as vulnerable to crits because you will just be taking their natural damage, not any boosted crit damage they have. And then cute charm, infatuation,
We actually covered
50%.
that in our last video, so.
Yep. Yep. Just think about a free attract that you don't even have to use. It's fun.
um, as far as EV investment, depends on if you want to live a defensive or a special defensive hit.
Yeah. On Clefable, since you're going for cosmic power, you pretty much want to figure out what type of mon you think you will be able to set up on, because after you get like two cosmic powers, not much damage is going to be done to you. It's all about getting your first move or two off. So if you think you will be able to bring it in on say some fire type or something that's going for flamethrowers, then you want to have your special defense up. If you think you want to bring in your Clefable against the Conkeldurr, then you would raise your defense.
I'm
It's
not
just
doing
you're
anything
messing
interesting.
around
I'm
with
just playing.
EVs. But yeah, most of these things you EV to how you're going to set up, and the higher your HP, the better your tank stats are going to be. Just because your reduced damage is going to be percent based, so uh, a percent off is going to be like less effective than having more base hit points.
Yeah, like our EV and IV guide, we covered H or I don't know, it was some guide. HP, it's not as good when you're not investing your defenses because you're not soaking up a hit at all. You're just having more of a well to draw from. If you're boosting your defensive
Yeah,
anyway, then HP is a little more valuable.
yeah. So in most of these cases, because you're setting up your defenses, uh, you'll get up into the really high hundreds, occasionally even into the thousands on your defense and special defense stats. So having the higher HP is very crucial to make it so you have less of a diminishing return.
Or you can have
So,
something like Snorlax, which is just monstrous HP anyway.
yeah, Snorlax has monstrous HP. So once its defense starts to get going, it just becomes ridiculous. At +6, which I'm pretty sure is ×4, you'll have about 800 defense. with the 510 hit points, which is quite ridiculous.
Yeah, and mind you, that's with this spread right here, and that's not even a couch spread. That's just
Yep, this is just messing around spread.
I dragged the slider over and stopped when I felt it was necessary.
Yep. So just look at those stats. This is already hard for most Pokemon to break through. Just imagine what happens when your defense is quadrupled. That's what happens if you can get yourself all the way set up.
It's a tough
It,
game to play and get up to that point, but a very difficult wall to break through when you get up that high. So
yep. Setup tanks are the reason why the critical uh, hit is the way it is.
yeah,
Pokemon was really, really smart in thinking that people would see the value of setting up defense. So they made it so you can almost always crit. That way you can get through the defenses.
yeah. If, if crits
So,
didn't break through defenses, you wouldn't beat these Pokemon. So
yep. So there, as a general tip for basically all of these, you have to find your window of opportunity to get them set up. Something that can't kill them quick enough. And when playing these types of Pokemon, make sure you have some way to have recovery. Recovery is very important because if you're setting up defensively but have no way to recover yourself, you're basically throwing yourself away. Other than that, make sure you have a way to kill them. If you're setting up, uh, say, a Suicune that only has Toxic, and they have, like, say, you have Calm Mind, Rest, Sleep, Toxic, or something stupid like that, then just be aware that if they have a Steel type or a Poison type, you won't be able to do anything. The setting up would be pointless.
um, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. All we have for this video. Sorry about that. Um, if you guys enjoyed it, let us know. Any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment or message us on Twitter. Anything else you need to say, Tommy?
Um, yeah, just remember when you're playing these, you'll frustrate the opponent, but crits will make you cry.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.